class, good morning. Yeah, last class we start with are you following? After the data was collected, the data was edited. The edited data was coded and classified, right? So all the ones for the question were set aside, all the twos for the questions were set aside, and so on. So when I coded them as 1 and 2 or whatever way I wanted to code, I coded them. Now I'm going to analyze the data, analyze all the responses to every single question that I have been wanting to be answered. समझ में आ रहा है? So what is this? Data analysis, which means I'm cleaning the data, transferring it. मतलब मैंने एक purpose के साथ research चालू किया था, right? That purpose has to be served. I had some questions in mind. Answers will have to be got out of it. And I have a story to tell with this data. वो story को मैं ढूंढ रही हूँ यहाँ पे data में. समझ में आ रहा है? So I'm going to extract useful information from the data based on which I'm going to make a decision. Are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
Make a decision in our day-to-day life. What happened yesterday, what is going to happen today, etc. will be based on what is actually happening. Are you following? All of you? So that is called
Yes,
as
ma'am.
analyzing the data. जो information मैंने collect किया है, उसके पीछे जो story मैंने consolidate करके मैं बताना चाहती हूँ, उसके लिए थोड़ा analysis चाहिए. I'm adding meaning to that. Clean data. So there are different techniques and methods of data analysis. Now we will see this, but this is based on the type of data that we collect. Type of data could be, I've given you in the later half, right, of what kind of this thing. Now there are different techniques we said. I'm going to talk about. Yeah. Now what I will do is, first of all, I am going to analyze the data, interpret. Interpret मतलब एक बार मैंने analyze कर लिया, मेरे हिसाब से मैंने segregate किया data को, and now it is going to be interpreted. मतलब I am going to explain it in my own words. So how will I interpret? I'm going to make you visualize the data. Visualize मतलब table form में दूंगी, या chart form में दूंगी, या graphs, काफी graphs है, so I'm going to show them to you. So all these facts which are unknown, which had to be discovered, are now presented to you, right? When it is presented to you, I'm going to see what kind of data it is. Qualitative data. Qualitative data को मैं generally क्या करती हूँ, शब्दों में बता देती हूँ. Like for example, I see that I want to see what kind of a class it is. So first 1 week I said I will make an observation. When I make an observation, I'm going to say, I'm going to make an observation based on certain criteria. How disciplined you are. Discipline may I have certain things. When the teacher is there in the class, how is your behavior? When the teacher is not there in the class, how is your behavior? And when the teacher is teaching something, how is your behavior? How is your response to a teacher, right? Do you greet the teacher? Do you talk to her politely, right? Supposing these things are to be observed, it is a qualitative data. What I will do, I'm going to collect it from this focused group. And when I collect the data, my responses मेरा actually क्या कर रही हूँ, observation के through. That is one way of data collection, just one method. तो मैं अपने हिसाब से हर दिन मैं अपना मन में जो भी चाहिए था questions वो आंसर करके जा रही हूँ और उसको मैं टेक्स्ट में देती हूँ. Overall, this class seems to be reasonably disciplined, right? Which means जितना discipline चाहिए उतना discipline आप में है. You greet the teacher on seeing them. You talk to them politely. You ask them your doubts. You are going to answer all the questions. You're going to be attentive in the class. You're going to be regularly attending the class. All these things are going to be verbally expressed. मतलब text में मैं express करती हूँ, which is also called as data mining. Are you following? So how was my experience, overall experience in the class? Overall experience was good. समझ में आ रहा है? So this way I express I have interpreted the data or I have analyzed the data. So what are the other different methods of this? And whatever I told you now was a narrative analysis. It could be through survey, it could be through observation, through personal interview. Even when I interview a student personally, I'm going to interview 50 students and when I'm going to frame an opinion as to how they behaved, how they responded, what was their body language while answering. All these things are going to be narrated. मतलब words में मैं लिख रही हूँ. And then there is another technique called as content analysis. This is usually used in research methodology, wherein you document all the information based on the images, based on the physical item, the way you are all sitting, the way you are all maintaining your notebooks, all these things, like how are they going to study, how are they going to be there for the next 3 years. So I'm going to analyze the content here. Are you following? All of you here?
Yes.
Now I also did a discourse analysis. I made you interact with me, right? I'm going to make you interact with your peers, matlab your own classmates. I'm going to see how well, are you well behaved only with me or overall आपका behavior ही अच्छा है. This I'm going to analyze when I make you interact with your parents, when I make you interact with your own classmates, right? And your own friend circle, so that I make an overall conclusion. Are you following? And also I would want to explain a grounded theory. When I want to explain a grounded theory, like for example, I want to explain every action has an equal and opposite reaction. I say that the more polite you are, the more polite I am, the more rude you are, right? Supposing, yeah, if I ask you questions, you are going to rebel against me. I tell you, why were you late for the class? Why didn't you complete your work? Why did you attend your exams? All these things I ask you, right? At one point of time, I find you to be rebelling. Ma'am, hamesha questions पूछती है, I don't want to answer. The way she talks, I'm not happy, right? So it is a grounded theory that is established. So I want to prove that fact. Then I use, this is used for again qualitative data. जैसे मैंने बोला, I wanted to observe your behavior. I wanted to observe your interaction, right? Any doubt so far? Based on the type of data, we are going to use text analysis, which is also narrative. Text analysis qualitative data में होता है, right? Text analysis is used, and I'm going to observe and share my observation. Content analysis, I'm going to analyze your overall behavior, sitting tolerance. I'm going to see how much tolerant you are with your friends, how you interact, etc. Discourse analysis, how do you have dialogues with your peers, superiors here in the sense teachers, right? Your parents are also superiors, right? How are you going to be acting? So all these are going to be used if it is going to be a qualitative data. Qualitative data analyze करना सबसे मुश्किल है, right? Quantitative also you can analyze it. There are certain set prescribed tools which only you need some specialization. एक बार आप अप्लाई करना चालू करोगे आपको आदत हो जाएगा. But if it is going to be a qualitative data, बहुत सोच समझ के आपको लिखना है. Supposing I'm going to say just an example for qualitative data. I want to observe what is happening when there is a civil disturbance in the country. Civil disturbance matlab civilians are disturbed about some issue, right? Like for example, उनके area में पानी नहीं आता है, so there is some bit of agitation against the government and all. So how are they reacting, right? So that is to be observed. Who starts first? How it goes about. All these things are going to be observed, and then my observations are going to be recorded. So I have to be very, very careful. I have to choose the correct method, correct way of collecting the information, putting it properly on the paper, and it has to be, the message that I want to convey also should be conveyed carefully. Are you following? This is about qualitative data, analyzing qualitative data. See, वैसे हमारे मन में कोई कोई थियरी रहता ही है. अभी देखो मैं बोलती हूँ, see every time this teacher asks me question, देखो आपको ऐसे लग रहा है कि ये टीचर हमेशा सवाल पूछती है. जैसे ही क्लास में आती है, आप क्यों लेट आए, आप क्यों बुक्स उठा के बैठे हैं. बट बियॉन्ड द पॉइंट, यू नो, द ग्राउंडेड थियरी इज टू मच ऑफ क्वेश्चनिंग the students may make them get irritated. ठीक है, ये हमारे मन में बैठा हुआ थियरी है. समझ में आ रहा है? आर यू फॉलोइंग? मेरे मन में एक
Okay.
theory बैठा है कि जैसे ही मैं बच्चों के साथ जितना सवाल पूछूं उतना इरिटेट हो जाते हैं. एंड इट इज अ नोन फैक्ट. ठीक है, जैसे मैं क्वेश्चन करती हूँ, आपने क्यों ये सब नहीं किया, आपने क्यों ऐसे, आप ऐसे क्यों बैठ रहे हो, आप क्यों बात कर रहे हो, आप क्यों लेट आते हो क्लास में. सो दैट स्टूडेंट इज लाइकली टू गेट इरिटेटेड वेरी क्विकली. करेक्ट? दिस इज अ नोन फैक्ट एंड इट इज अ ग्राउंडेड थियरी. I go on asking him all critical questions, I mean criticize वाला questions पूछ रही हूँ, तो he is going to get irritated. ये सबको पता है. That grounded theory I am going to observe now. समझ में आ रहा है? So I get hold of some 5 students on a daily basis. I question them on every single thing. Why are you wearing this kind of a clothes to class? Why do you wear a hat to the class? Why do you always talk when I'm teaching? And when I turn to the board, I point out that student. I heard a noise. Is it your noise? Right? And when I'm having an online lecture, why are you scribbling on my board? I feel this person must have done it. Why usi ko point out kar rahi hu. So probability is now he is getting irritated with me. Correct? So that is what is grounded theory. So isko bhi main factually I'm going to establish. Right? I'm going to observe what is happening with my actions. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Quantitative data. Quantitative data again is expressed in numbers, numerical facts, etc. ठीक है? So quantitative data बोला तो cost of living, how much is your earning, how much is your expenditure. जब questionnaire या interview schedule बनाते हैं या interview करते हैं, तो आप क्वांटिटी में लेते हो. राइट? आर यू मैरिड और नॉट, यस और नो. नहीं तो भी एटलीस्ट आई कन्वर्ट वो यस नो को मैं 1-2 में कन्वर्ट कर देती है. इफ ही इज मैरिड इट इज 1, इफ ही इज नॉट मैरिड इट इज 2. राइट? मेल फीमेल 1-2. So I'm going to convert it to quantitative data. And when I convert these into quantitative data, it is easy for me to analyze. समझ में आ रहा है? So there are certain stages that I need to follow when I'm analyzing quantitative data. What are the stages? First of all, I'm going to validate the data that I have collected. As I told you, preset standards में it has to be either never married, married and divorced, or widowed. So I'm going to assign codes 1, 2, 3 and 4. ठीक है? So I have a preset standard here. So when I divided it, एक preset standard मैंने बना दिया, so that when I record the response, I see divorced, widowed are all single. Instead of making them as married and single, I'm going to make it into 4 categories. Right? So when I validate the data, if all the questionnaires are filled, somebody has written as single. What is the single? I would want to ask him, or I would eliminate that question or that particular questionnaires response. Right? So I need to check. I need to screen through if he has chosen the proper answer. And once it is chosen, now I'm going to see, does it fall under the criteria? I said मेरे option में single ही नहीं था, married था, never married था, widowed था, divorced था, right? तो इनमें से कौन सा option choose किया है? Single लिखा तो where will I interpret, right? So I need to ensure if he has finished the survey fully, right? So ये सब data validate करने के बाद I'm going to edit the data. जहाँ पे आया नहीं है, I will either call up the respondent and ask what does single in your case mean. I just went through your questionnaire, or I will say it is incorrectly answered. So I'm going to trim the number of questionnaires. अगर मैंने 250 लिया है, 225 सही responses है, 25 questionnaires उठा के मैं फेंक दूंगी, right? So that my findings are proper. Are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
We have seen all these data editing, data coding, ये सब हमने देख लिया है, right? I will code the data. And once I code the data, earlier we used to manually do all these calculations. But now you have tools, statistical packages आते हैं, जहाँ पे हम directly, you have this SPSS package, and then you have Amos, Lisrel, काफी सारे, R is also a statistical tool. Statistical tool fitter मतलब वो भी एक tool है. तो I'm going to load the data here and I'm going to analyze the data. इसमें काफी सारे types of analysis है. We talk about descriptive statistics. Descriptive means it is describing the data. आप उसमें percentage, we call it as frequency analysis. Percentage, 30% of the people eat chapati, 70% of them eat rice, right? So that is a descriptive statistics where either as graph you show the data and write your interpretation verbally, or you give them as tables and then write down interpretation for the table. When you're describing the data and you're not able to make conclusion beyond this, आप बस describe कर रहे हो आपके data को. 40% of the respondents were male, 50% of them were female, and 10% were belong to the third gender, right? So this is again describing the data. So it is called as descriptive statistics. Are you following? Same way, percentile, quartile, all these are also descriptive statistics. Now, what is inferential statistics? Now, these are all univariate analysis because one variance or single variable is going to be described every time. So many people in the age group of 50 to 60 are married or unmarried, right? So that is what you're going to describe. When I talk about inferential statistics, you're going to test the relationship between staying married and consuming rice, right? Married people consume rice. It has significant association. So for which you use coefficient of correlation or you use other parameters wherein this is only actually going to answer your hypothesis. जब आप hypothesis frame करते हो, वो test करते हो, वो hypothesis testing will happen only in inferential statistics where you are going to conclude it is because of this. You're going to establish a cause and effect relationship. The students are well behaved. It has a significant association with their parents' culture inculcated in them. If I convert this to numerical data, teacher's treatment to the student has a significant relationship in their behavior. This is called as inferential statistics, where I'm going to convert everything to numerical and I'm going to load it into software, conduct various tests. As I told you, correlation, cause, teacher's behavior, effect, student's behavior, right? Cause, parents' behavior, effect, student's behavior. Then I may fit a regression analysis. I may mark a contingency table or a multivariate correlation, right? Cross tabulation, we call it as, right? And then when I talk about frequency tables again, frequency tables, I may have ANOVA. ANOVA is analyzing the variance, how it happens between, what is the degree of variation that is happening between the samples, within the samples, etc. That is going to be analyzed. Then we have various other tests like t-test, f-test, etc. where you test two means, population mean with sample mean. You have an estimated population mean. Is it in relation with the is the sample mean in relation with the population mean? That can be tested. Is the sample variance in relation with the population variance? You can use f-test for it and so on. There are different tests that for which you need to have prior knowledge, you need to have expertise, you should have had a reading, you should be practicing it very regularly. And otherwise, you will not be able to conduct these tests appropriately. And otherwise, you are also not going to be finding out the relationship between two factors correctly. Accuracy kam ho jata hai. Any researcher needs to make before analyzing the data. researchers should have, as I told you, prior knowledge, skill, and you should have appropriate training. Only then you will be able to interpret. Your language should be good and convincing enough if it is going to be a qualitative data, where you will have to verbally express all that you have found. You have to add meaning to your data, which will happen if it is going to be narrative or if it is going to be a content analysis that requires proper expertise. If it is going to be quantitative data, you need to know statistical tools and mathematical tools that you need to fit exactly. What should be fit and where should be properly analyzed, right? And any research, again, you need to have a set of proper questionnaire or a data collection method that you have chosen, and sampling should be appropriately done. Or if it is going to be a population study, you should have adequate time. Again, any research and analysis has to derive its ultimate insights, for which the researcher's bias should not be included. Just because I felt that people were rude, they may not be. Or supposing when I told you this student interaction, teacher's interaction has an impact on students' interaction, I cannot say the student is rude. I should avoid my personal bias on that. Are you following? Are you following? This generally happens in primary data. If it is secondary, I have to take it as it is. Primary data, I can mold it the way I want. I mean, I can look at it from every different angle. And any kind of unnecessary sophistication to justify something that is poorly justified. I should be able to justify anything that I say, right? When I say this is my finding, I should be able to justify it properly, right? I cannot rectify anything that is poorly defined. Just to suit my objective, I cannot say it is possible, it has done this, etc. Right? And motive also should be, motive will be, any data will be analyzed with a motive only when it is current, when it is to the present period, and when it is accurate, when it is reliable, right? Then only I can avoid any statistical errors. I will have to use outliners, and then I'll have to trim the data. If it is going to be secondary data, supposing I collect data during COVID, I feel that consumption of people is very low of luxury goods. So COVID is not a normal period, right? At that time, people will consume less. So I'm going to normalize the data, standardize the data, and then only fit it for analysis. So I need to take precautions when I use the data for analyzing them. Are you following? In a nutshell, I will say data analysis talks about adding meaning to my data that I have collected. I'm going to fit tools, I'm going to interpret it either verbally or with statistical tools and add meaning to whatever I have collected. This is what is data analysis. I've summarized whatever I've given here. So just go through the entire